And staying with that ordinance, residents came out in droves to tell the Charlotte City Council how they feel about the Unified Development Ordinance, but now think that their input fell on deaf ears. Families say recent changes to the documents don't reflect their main and only request. Our chief political correspondent, Emma Withrow, explains the issue.
More than 50 or so residents came out with signs and impassioned speeches, all surrounding their main concern with the UDO, its abolishment of single-family zoning. Now, you would think with this type of public outcry, changes would be considered, but after reading through the entire list of changes made by city staff, not a single one reflects these residents' main concern. Now, just a few days after the public hearing, city staff released their most recent changes to the document. Pretty quick turnaround, right?
I don't feel listened to because they're not addressing our need. I feel that, if we're gonna, they felt, let's change it and then maybe we'll appease them. But they haven't heard us in months.
Lorena Castillo-Ritz, a longtime Charlottean, read through the 70 or so changes made by city staff. She said there isn't a single change addressing her main issue with the document, the abolishment of single-family zoning.
The UDO is not a bad thing, but let's go back and tighten it up. So I don't see any of what we addressed changed.
Now, for those who need a quick refresher, the UDO is a 700-page document, essentially a blueprint for growth in the city. The plan sets rules for things like building height, landscaping, and how land is used. It also rezones the entire city by abolishing single-family zoning, meaning you can build things like duplexes, triplexes, and in some cases even quadplexes right next door to single-family homes. Councilman Edrig says although he might not support the whole UDO, there were some great changes made by city staff most recently.
I think the changes are very constructive. They take on board a lot of amendments that were made between the working group and the staff to address some technical issues and a few shortcomings in the plan. So I regard it generally as a big step forward.
All right, now despite his support for these most recent changes by staff, Councilman Edrig says he doesn't think he's going to be able to support the entirety of the UDO and vote for it because of that abolishment of single-family zoning. The vote for the UDO is scheduled for August 22nd, but for now, reporting at the Government Center, Emma Withrow, Queen City News.